You might have to go to like Behind the Law and tag us or something on your phone.
Really?
Like tag us. Do you know how to go to Behind the Law?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
I don't know. I don't know what you know.
is it like I go on Facebook and I type in Behind the Law?
You probably know how to do it.
Yeah, I do.
Are you like Behind the Law?
Yeah, I like it. I do like it. All right, so let's see.
And you're on live on Facebook right now.
Okay, there it is.
But you're not live on the radio. Hi guys, how are you? We're gonna do a dumb show today, but thanks for watching. Brandon's probably gonna talk about FSU. If I had to guess,
They're winning all the way.
they're not winning shit. Man.
They're going all the way. They gotta get through Gonzaga and they're
Oh
there.
yeah, I guess we're gonna see. Gonzaga's not that good.
Yeah, they're pretty good. I got them going far. They better be good.
Gonzaga's not that good.
I mean, I got Duke winning it all.
All right, were you ready to start the show?
Let's do it.
Behind the Law with Justin. Now, Behind the Law with Justin Clark and Allie Mack on ESPN 580 Orlando.
And welcome to the program. It's another edition of Behind the Law right here on ESPN 580 Orlando, a March Madness edition, 321-282-1055. Any questions that you have, you can also watch the show live on Facebook at Behind the Law Radio at about 4 o'clock every single day. We also join you at 8 o'clock on our favorite sports radio station Monday through Friday. Been preempted a little bit here lately, but thanks for spending your weeknights here with us. You can also watch the TV show. It is Behind the Law on television this Sunday and every Sunday, TV 27. Brandon Stewart's here. He's one of the lawyers in the office. Hi, Brandon. How are you?
Good.
Did I tell you about the new TV show I'm doing?
No.
Haven't even told you about this
I
yet?
thought you were already doing a TV show.
No, I am. But now we have another one starting on a different television station April 7th.
Are you allowed to disclose what station it is?
No.
Okay.
But I can tell you it's called You Have Real Estate with attorney Justin Clark. We're going to be interviewing real estate agents. You're going to really like it. So go ahead and DVR that.
Well, once I hear what channel it is, I'll be more than happy to.
I can't disclose the actual channel yet, but next week I will be able to. So we're going to talk today a little bit about bankruptcy, IRS problems, personal injury. But it's also March Madness. I mean, who do you have winning your bracket, Brandon?
Duke all the way. They have 3 NBA players on their team, okay? And I think they're all freshmen,
I think they have more than 3, but they have 3 like in the starting lineup who are really good.
One of them could be the best player in the NBA right now.
You think Zion could be one of the best players in the NBA right now?
Have you watched Duke at all over
Yeah,
the season?
I have.
Watching this kid play, what is he, 270, 280?
Yeah.
Runs like a deer, dunks like Vince Carter. I mean, it's crazy watching this kid play.
Are you a Ben Roethlisberger fan, by the way? Okay.
I'm not a fan, but I'm not a fan either.
I mean, it is like Roethlisberger bash season right now. Did you see what Le'Veon Bell was saying today?
No, but I don't think he has any place to say anything. But
Why?
What did he? Well,
he said that Big Ben was a big reason why he didn't show back up in Pittsburgh last year and why he signed with the Jets this year, because Ben sort of thinks he's the owner of the team, essentially.
Oh, well, I mean, he's been there for what, 15 years or something?
Okay, yeah, because you won a Super Bowl a decade ago, though. Does that really make you be able to walk to whatever? I don't even care how many Big Ben won, because my boy has 6.
Oh, yeah, okay, either way.
But, I mean, does that really make you be able to walk around? Like, think about summer camp when you're with these guys. I mean, a lot of these are 22-year-old young men that you're playing football with, and you're going to walk around like you're God's gift to the earth, and like you're the owner of the team.
And you're saying Brady doesn't do that?
No, Brady's cool. He's like, hi, I'm Tom.
Yeah, okay. He
does.
goes, I want you here at this.
Brady?
No way.
Brady's more of an aw shucks, really kind of a humble dude.
You're
I'm telling you.
Insanely biased on
ask
this subject.
Ask any player. Well, I am a Patriots fan.
Yeah.
But ask anyone who plays with Tom Brady. They'll all tell you the same story. Yeah, I went up and I was like nervous to meet Tom. And he came up to me and he said, "Hi, I'm Tom." Like, yeah, I know who you are,
Yeah, but Le'Veon's not nervous by Ben. They've been playing they're playing each other for 4 or 5 years.
And he also says Ben definitely chooses favorites and only gives the ball to people that he likes.
Right.
And Antonio Brown was saying the same stuff.
No, he gives the ball to people who put the ball in the end zone. I mean, that's why Antonio Brown gets as many catches as he does, or as he did. Well, and Juju Smith.
Big Ben's not having a very good offseason. Allie Mack's not with us today. Yeah. She will be back on Monday. Brianna not here as well. She's like feeding homeless people in, I don't know, Ecuador or something.
Nice. Very noble.
She's a very good person, it seems. I'm supposed to be on vacation. Let me tell you about my vacation.
All right, let's hear it.
First of all, I'm here with you.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
I know, it's great.
But I also have, let me think about this. So I have a beach condo, right?
Right.
I promised it to 2 separate families, so I'm having to juggle that a little bit. I had to book a couple of hotel rooms for another family, acting like we were having problems at the beach house because I didn't have the heart to tell the other ones.
Are you sure they're not listening to this show right now?
I hope not. And then, so I did that. I had that sort of issue. I also have a house guest at my house. So last night, for instance, I was looking around my home. There were 8 children running around. No, 9 children running around. Wow. Let me count the dogs. 1, 2, 3, 5 dogs.
Wow.
3 cats. And it was like chaos in my home. And this is my vacation.
Yeah.
I'm just at my house. I was like, of course I'm going to work. I got to get out of here.
Yeah.
You know?
What else could
was
you
like,
possibly
you're
want?
supposed to be on vacation. I was like, well, I got to go to work because I just want to get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's
too many people.
Yeah, what else could you possibly want other than 3 families and 5 dogs? And
then I get in the shower, no hot water. The water heater explodes or whatever, so we're waiting on a new hot water heater.
So where'd you go? The gym?
What
Take a
kind
shower?
of vacation is it? No, I took a cold shower. So I don't know what kind of vacation this is, but well, Allie Mac's not here, but I think it's time to do a little news.
All right.
If it's on the internet, she's talking about it. It's what's going on with Allie Mac.
What's going on?
What's going on? Cute.
So we're going to do the news today, Justin Clark and Brandon Stewart. The news for me is I have a lot of house guests and not a real great vacation, I would say. This is my spring break. 5 dogs, 3 cats, 1 overpromised beach house. It's been quite an adventure, I would say.
Yeah.
But I am thinking about going to St. Augustine maybe for the weekend
nice.
for a couple of days. You ever go up there?
Up by Jacksonville,
Yeah.
right?
It's pretty fun. I've been there once.
I've been there once too.
I think it's good.
It's nice.
What is up with the Boeing 737 MAX? Have you been following these stories? 2 recent crashes. I mean, it seems like Boeing, and this is just my opinion, got super duper lazy with this. I mean, we're talking about 200 lives at a time, and they're going to get lazy. It seems like a very minor issue that they have that it's almost, it's clear what's going on. It's a mess up by Boeing is causing these airplanes to fall out of the sky, essentially.
What is it, electronic issues?
Yeah, it's an electronic issue that's making the plane essentially overcorrect and nose down, you know?
God. See, that's why I don't fly.
No, you don't. For those of you listening, first of all, Justin Clark with you on Behind the Law. Brandon Stewart is one of our lawyers here as well. Does not fly.
Nope.
I've told him many times, he knows a lot of PI cases here. It's like, look, if we settle some huge case, I mean, me and you were getting on an airplane and we're going out of this country. He's like, no. How about Hard Rock and Tampa?
Yeah, you can take both.
Hard Rock and Tampa.
You can take both places.
Yeah.
Trains, buses.
So then of course I had the same talk you would have with him in that situation. I said, like, really? I mean, if we hit a really big case, we're obviously going to get out of town. He's like, no, really, I'm not going.
No.
You really wouldn't go?
It depends.
No, what does it depend on? Like,
Depends where we're going.
That's like such a lawyer answer too. So if I said all expense paid trip to Bali right now, you would say, no, I don't fly.
First I'd say, where's Bali? Because I've done no idea. And then I'd have to think how many planes it takes to get there, how long it takes to get there. Am I allowed to take certain medications to help me on the plane?
Yeah.
You know, things of that nature.
So I would really have to do a lot of convincing to make you get on an airplane to go celebrate for an all expense paid trip anywhere.
You really would, because it's an irrational fear. I'll be the first to tell you that, but it's still a fear nonetheless.
I mean, no one really likes flying,
Yeah.
but we're talking about an all expense paid trip to somewhere tropical.
Yeah. Oh, it's not like I wouldn't want to do that part. It's the getting there part that's, hard for me.
Let's say that you had to go to Missouri right now.
Yeah.
And the drive is 20 hours, or you could get in a plane and do it in 2. What would you do?
Oh my God. See, that's the thing. The logical answer is you get on a plane. But me, I'd probably have to figure out a way to get there by land.
Okay, what if it was a 2-hour flight or a 2-day Greyhound bus ride? What would you do?
Hey, the countryside's a beautiful thing to look at, okay? So you're going to see a lot of sights on the way. You're going to stop places, meet people. Hey, it's an experience, okay? And it's grounded. I'm on the ground, okay? I can get off the bus at any time when I don't feel comfortable.
Do you guys have any fear of flying? Let me know. Follow us at Behind the Law Radio. Let me know right there. Are you afraid to fly? Are you so afraid like Brandon Stewart where you actually won't do it, where you'll take a Greyhound bus to Missouri?
Yeah.
I mean, the logical solution is you don't go to Missouri. I mean, let's be real here, but I was just using that as an example because it's like, far enough away to where you'd rather fly, but it's not like California either.
Yeah, and I've done that flight before, trust me. It's not like I've never flown before in my life. It's just I've done so many flights to where I know I don't like it.
What is the last time you've been on an airplane?
I think I was 19. We flew to, we went on one of the snowboard vacation or a skiing vacation to Whistler, Canada. But we had to fly to Seattle first.
And it's really been that long.
I think it's been that long. It's been
That's
that. It literally
insane,
has been that long. So I don't want to do this anymore. Can't put myself through it anymore.
Was there like a moment on the trip when you were on the plane you said, I'm not doing
Yep.
this anymore?
Yep.
Do you remember that?
Yeah,
vividly?
the turbulence. When the turbulence hit and I clutched the seat as hard as I could. You know what the crazy thing is when turbulence hits and, I'm sitting there like, okay, this is how I'm dying.
Yeah.
You look around and people are sleeping. Like their heads are like, nodding back and forth, but they're dead asleep. And I'm like, we're dying. We're dying right now. And it's a crazy thing to look at.
I was playing golf with I have a lot of pilot friends. I was playing golf with a pilot not too long ago before I, temporarily retired when I had kids. And he said, look, Justin, don't worry about the turbulence. Turbulence don't crash airplanes.
I heard that too.
That's what he said. And I tend to believe that.
But the feeling of it though is like, okay, this plane's going down. There's no doubt. That's what this means.
Do you love your children? Do you love them so much that you're willing to have an FBI investigation by paying off these colleges? You've heard about this admissions scandal. Let's talk about that and plenty more right on the other side of this break. It is Behind the Law, ESPN 580 Orlando.
Now back to Behind the Law with Justin Clark, right here on ESPN 580 Orlando.
Welcome back to the program. It is Behind the Law, ESPN 580 Orlando. My name is Justin Clark, joined today by Brandon Stewart, an attorney here at the firm.
Yep.
We're coming to you live from Maitland. We have a little studio here in the law firm.
It's nice.
If you want to check it out, go to @Behind the Law Radio. You can watch this radio program and make fun of us, interact with us, whatever you want to do, right there every single day about 4 o'clock p.m. You can also listen to the program 8 o'clock every single weeknight and ESPN 580 Orlando, although our airtime has been hijacked often recently because it's March Madness. And we're going to get to this college cheating scandal for sure soon, but March Madness, I know that you have Duke winning the whole thing.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to go with...
Tennessee?
No. I mean,
just a guess?
I mean, look, I love the Vols. If you're watching us now, you see a big Tennessee hat right there. My whole family's like from there, essentially, so my blood bleeds orange, so to speak. But Duke is just so damn good.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. The recruiting this year has been unbelievable.
They are very, very good.
So that's who you have?
Here's the question, though,
Yeah.
and you might want to refrain from answering, considering you do kind of work for me.
Uh-oh.
Thursday and Friday, always the big day. The first couple of days of the NCAA tournament. Although now you got the play-in games on Tuesday and Wednesday.
Yeah.
Those don't really count.
Or NIT.
How long, and you can answer me at Behind the Wall Radio, how long do your lunch breaks last that Thursday and Friday? Brandon Stewart, we'll start with you.
Oh, well, luckily for me, I have a TV in my office, so I don't even have to leave to watch
Who
the
provided that for you, I wonder?
I did, actually. But
you did?
anyway, yeah.
You bought the TV?
I did.
Oh.
I
I
certainly
thought that was already there, no?
No, the last person took theirs.
Okay, who provides you cable?
Yeah, okay, I'll give you that one.
All right.
But either way, so I don't actually have to go to lunch to watch it. I just flip it on them. Obviously it's in the background while I'm doing my work, but it's there.
What percentage of males do you think go out and have alcoholic beverages during that Thursday or Friday, during lunchtime?
92.3. Are we doing something Clark right now? I'll
No.
put 92.3%
Yeah?
of males go out there and watch the game, on their lunch breaks or whatever it is.
You really think so, huh?
I don't know. Something like that. I mean, how could they not? It's a big time of the, of the year. Everyone's doing their brackets.
So do you play in any brackets,
Yeah.
and how many do you do?
Normally I just do one or two, but I'm getting invites from like at least 4 different people, and I'm like, all right, let's do it. So then I'm like, one of them I can just put who I really think is going to win, and the other one I just do upsets because it's like, let's just see what happens.
And like, how much money do you put in normally?
The most I think one is $20, and then like the normal is like 10. See if we can win it all.
10?
Yeah.
I mean, that's nothing, right? Then how much can you win if you win the whole thing?
I honestly don't even know, to tell you the truth. I'm just putting money in, and if I win, then it's good for me, and we'll see how much I recover at the end.
Now, you also, I know, do that. What's that, like, daily betting thing? Can you talk about this?
I don't know if I'm allowed to say the name of it, but it's,
yeah, just tell us. Who cares?
You know, it's the site where you essentially pick, you know, when football season was going on, you pick a player from each team that you think is going to do the best, and you put a little bit of money in, and if you pick the players that do the absolute best, you know, that weekend or that day, then you get a certain amount of money.
And what's the most you've ever won?
$7,200.
What?
Yeah.
In one night?
It was the New Orleans Saints versus the Carolina Panthers game, and I just picked the players I thought were going to do the best. I happened to luck out. I had to split the $250,000 prize with 72 other people, but it worked out in my favor.
Even when gambling was like totally illegal, and that's changing now in this country, that stuff was legal for the most part because they said it was a game of skill.
I mean, a little bit. It's not like craps, or not craps, but a roulette where you're just, you know, 50-50. Am I going to win or am I not going to win? I mean, you're doing a little bit of skill. You got to know the players. So it worked out, you know.
$8,000.
Yeah, just about.
So, like, what do you think about when you win $8,000 in one night just by doing something that's fun for you?
Well, it's really nerve-wracking because honestly, like, you'll be in first, and you know the difference between you being in first and like 300th or 3,000th is one throw of the ball to one player. So it's like you watch the game, you're in like first place, you keep looking at the game, and you're just hoping that, you know, so and so. Like I was hoping Cam Newton didn't score a touchdown or anything crazy like that the whole time. And it turned out, like, because his shoulder was bothering him this entire season, he kept throwing the ball into the ground. So I was like, this is perfect. That's all I need you to do is throw the ball in the ground 3 more times. And he actually did.
So what do? You sign up, you get a password, whatever, it's like anything else, and you give them a credit card, and you put a certain amount of money in there? Or how does it work?
Right. You can put a certain amount of money in there. I only put $10 into this game. I put $10. I picked a lineup, and I ended up winning $7,200.
You're listening to Behind the Law, ESPN 580 Orlando. We're talking about FanDuel, and what's the other one?
No, it was DraftKings.
DraftKings. Is FanDuel one of them?
FanDuel is one of them. I don't use that one.
They were trying to merge, but I think the owners of both of them are sort of like headstrong people, and they never have. They haven't ended up merging. The government really tried to shut them down for a long time.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But now I think they're safe because of all this gambling laws being passed and things like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, what is the typical amount you would play in a given night? Like $100,
No.
$10, $5? What's normal to like actually get some action going?
Look, I turned $10 into $7,200. Like, why am I even going to put anything more than that on any other day? I mean, that was a great win. I haven't put more than $15 on any game, but I'm not a crazy gambler. I mean, there's people out there who are definitely doing like the $100 tournaments and things like that. So the thing is, the more money you put in, the less people that are in the tournament. So like I put in $10, well, I have to compete with like 150,000 other people. You put in like $200, okay, now you're only competing against like 1,000 other people or something like that. So that's kind of how they do it.
So on the day you won $8,000, did other people win more than that?
No. I tied.
That was a top
I
number.
tied for first with 72 other people, something like that.
Okay.
It was like 72 other people had the same exact lineup that I did, but out of 150,000 people,
it's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, splitting 250,000. It was a great day.
When you go to the casino, what games do you play?
Usually poker, blackjack. I know you play roulette,
Which is the worst game to play.
That's just straight like heads or tails.
I know, because look, I work too hard. I got too much stuff going on. The last thing I want to do is go to the casino and actually think. I like to just sit there doing mindless nothing. And roulette's like, I'm betting birth dates here.
I mean, it's like heads or tails.
It's essentially that.
So at the poker rooms around here, they call it a one-card poker because essentially it's high-low. Yeah, meaning like dealer has 7, I have 4, I lose.
Right.
And it's just funny to me. They call it one-card poker.
See, that doesn't sound interesting to me, but roulette does. I don't know. It's just something about the build up to the ball spinning around the thing, whatever. It's fun.
Make sure you
but I'm literally betting, Sophia's birthday.
I can never.
And my birthday and Pilar's.
I gotta have some control in my gambling.
Oh, you know what? I haven't played roulette since I've had a new child. I'm gonna have to mix in a new number, I guess now.
There you go. Oh yeah,
that
there you
sucks. That's another $1 a game.
Yeah. Well,
right.
Yeah. I never got into that.
Another
game.
$1 I'm going to lose. All right, back to March Madness a little bit. How many of you skip work that Thursday or Friday? I have a lot of friends who actually fly to Vegas for that first weekend of the NCAA tournament. Have you ever done that?
No, because I don't fly.
That's right. I forgot Brandon's scared of flying.
But I mean,
how could I forget?
But let's be real here. I mean, Duke's going to win it all. I think it's actually going to be an ACC championship game. I think it's going to be Duke, Virginia. The way I have it set up, it looks like it could be Duke versus Virginia in the championship game.
So Virginia would have to get through Tennessee. So here's the problem. Tennessee now plays their first 2 rounds in Columbus, Ohio. And their second round, if they, I'm assuming we get through the first round, is against the Cincinnati Bearcats.
Cincinnati's good this year,
and they're 50 miles from Columbus. It's going to be like a home game for Cincinnati. It's not even fair. I don't like how they did that. And then Cincinnati is very much underranked as a 7th seed.
They're good. They're good this year, but it really doesn't matter because ultimately Duke's going to win it all. But I do see it as an ACC matchup in the championship. It should be fun to watch.
Yeah, I think so too. Although Virginia, they're so boring.
They'd get it done. That
like
defense.
If you want to take a nap, I mean, you watch Virginia play. They're like snooze fest, these guys.
That defense shuts everyone down. That's how they've been winning the entire season.
Boring. No one wants to watch a defense.
Yeah, well.
You want to watch a defensive struggle? Is that what you want to watch in basketball?
Hey, that's what wins them games. But hey, I don't have Virginia winning it anyway, to tell you the truth. But
all right, tell me about your Florida State Seminoles a little bit. So apparently they're pretty good.
Well, yeah, they actually beat Virginia in the ACC championship, or the ACC tournament, actually. Right. They had to get through Virginia, and they beat them pretty fairly. I mean, they beat them by like 9 or 10 points. Had to play Duke, which didn't go as planned, but hey, I'll take it. I mean, beating Virginia was a big win. I didn't really see us beating Duke anyway. But hey, they're a lot better this year than people might think. Do
you have like one stud guy, or what? I don't know much about FSU.
So the thing with Leonard Hamilton, and he's kind of had a practice of doing this.
It's his MO.
Well, yeah, it's his MO. He rotates guys like off the bench, like boom, boom, boom. He's just got so many people he can just rotate in and out that it just kind of wears other teams down because no one's exceptionally better than anybody, but they're all just as good as each other. And so when he can keep just rotating in fresh bodies in here and there, like that's pretty much what he's done and been successful in doing.
Are you a rich kid and you want to get into USC, but your grades just aren't up to par?
Yeah.
I'm going to give you my take on the college admission scandal right on the other side of this break. It's Behind the Law, ESPN 580 Orlando.
Now back to Behind the Law with Justin Clark, right here on ESPN 580 Orlando.
Oh, I like that. Some Toto.
Welcome back to the show. Justin Clark here with you on another edition of Behind the Law, ESPN 580 Orlando, joined today by attorney Brandon Stewart. You can listen to the program every single weeknight, 8 o'clock p.m. right here. Also, you can watch the show at Behind the Law Radio, Facebook, Instagram, any social media platform at about 4 o'clock every single weekday. Also, don't forget to watch the TV show or record it, TV 27, Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. It's Behind the Law on TV every single weeknight. We're also rolling out a new TV program here in a couple weeks. It's called You Have Real Estate with attorney Justin Clark. I'll tell you time and station on that in about a week when I'm allowed to release it. I don't know, for some reason they don't want me to say it yet.
Yeah, it's just some real big
let
secret.
me give you some hints. Can I give you some hints? Yes. You want to guess?
Guess what station?
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, TV 27.
No, that's where this program runs on.
Just kidding.
Let's just say it's one of the networks, all right?
ABC.
Let's just say it's one of the networks. It definitely sounds like that if it's not that.
Okay.
So you're going to be, I mean, it's a great show.
Exciting.
It's very exciting for us, too. If you're a real estate agent and you want to join us on that program, reach out to me, and maybe we can hook you up. We're going to show off some listings, do a lot of different fun real estate things. But let's talk about this college admission scandal real quick, Brandon Stewart. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about, right? This isn't news to you, I hope.
All you got to do is hit up Aunt Becky, and she'll get you into college.
So first of all, my position on this is I have no problem with it whatsoever. I am not a rich kid. I grew up relatively poor. My parents were divorced. We had 3 kids. My mom raised all 3 of us with, we didn't have money. Let's just be honest with you. We had a lot of love in my house. Thank God. My grandmother and my mom, they raised all 3 boys. We got through it all, but we had no money. There was no chance of paying anyone off to get me in elementary school, let alone some prestigious university.
Yeah.
That being said, I've got no problem with this whatsoever. I thought this was going on forever already. Essentially, you make a big donation to Yale, you get your kid in. But apparently what happened, these universities had so much money that even like $1 million wouldn't get your child into that school.
It meant nothing to them.
So now we had to create like fake athletes and give fake pictures of your students who aren't even athletes in high school to get them in through this back door, so to speak. So apparently there's a front door that you give them $1 million and you get in that way. And then there's a back door. And then this is sort of like the side door, and it's an illegal side door.
Which one was what's her name? Lori Loughlin. She played Aunt Becky on Full House. What was
used to?
What did she do exactly? Do you know?
I believe she was one of these who her daughter was like some Instagram star or something.
They call them influencers.
What? Yeah. I'm sorry. She was an influencer.
That's what they call them now.
Thank you for correcting me. You know, we've had some people on the show who say that they're influencers, and I'm like, yeah. I mean, how much did you make off of it?
Great job. I mean,
some of them were telling me they're getting like $700 a photo or a post. I was like, wow.
Well, they're supposed to market somebody, right? Like someone pays them to market them,
exactly.
and they influence
like clothes
people.
or makeup or whatever.
Influencer. You know who else was an influencer?
Who?
Jim Jones, right?
Who's that?
The guy who had the cult.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Never mind. It's a joke that went over the head. Influencer, get it? He influenced people.
Well, okay, but not through Instagram.
No.
I thought you were talking about like some new Jim Jones. That's why I was confused.
It just sounded very cultish.
Anyway, so my belief is I have no problem with they have a ton of dough. They want to waste it, paying people off. I really personally don't care. Yeah. I don't know that the FBI needs to get involved, but I think what really happened was there was this dude who was the middleman, and he's the one that created this whole scam. I forgot the guy's name, and that's why the FBI really got involved, but the real issue is they would really hire test takers.
Yeah, I heard that.
To go in and take these standardized
NBA
tests.
players are doing that too. Right?
Are they?
Derrick Rose. I'm pretty sure Derrick Rose got caught doing that.
Is this your opinion, or are you making that allegation?
No, I'm not making that allegation.
Okay.
If you looked in the news, I'm almost positive he got caught doing that.
Ladies and gentlemen, Brandon Stewart's opinions are those of his own and do not reflect the opinions of Justin Clark or the staff of Behind the Law here on ESPN 580 and TV 27.
I'm almost positive that he got caught doing that.
321-282-1055. Do you have any trouble or problems with these parents paying off the schools, whatever, to get their kids in? I really don't. I honestly, I know that's a weird opinion, I guess, but I just don't care.
What about going after the parent? Like, okay, I understand the guy that was running the whole scheme. Yeah. But what about going after the parents who are giving him the money?
And this is what I don't like. I just don't see it as a crime. Or if it is a crime, there's a lot of murder going on in Chicago. Maybe we need to go up there and deal with that, let alone coming after these rich parents for doing it. Now, the guy who was the scumbag schemer doing it, let's definitely prosecute him.
Yeah.
But the parents, I don't know. What do you think?
I think the only reason why you would go after the parents is to set an example, obviously, because, celebrities, rich people, whatever you say, will see the guy get caught, they'll just go find some other guy and do the same thing. But now that they see, like, their colleagues, their friends, their peers getting busted for this kind of stuff, I mean, obviously it sets an example to them that maybe they don't want to be involved with it anymore.
Yeah, I just don't care. I mean, I think life sort of figured itself out in a lot of ways. I think that the other students at USC are going to figure out who it is, and you can make fun of it, whatever. I don't know. I don't believe that we should be going after the parents in this cheating scandal.
Yeah, I wish that my parents cared about me enough to donate.
You wish your parents had enough dough.
Yeah, dough to donate or make it happen. I mean, come on, get me into Harvard. Right. Like, what's going on here?
I wonder if I would be that kind of parent. I hope not. As a guy who grew up poor, I mean, let's say that I end up making a lot of money. Would I? Because I love my kids. I love my little girls, of course. I mean, would I spend $1 million to get them into some dumb school?
The question is, were these kids just not getting in on their own merit?
Of course not. Okay, they wouldn't have paid.
Then I mean, straight up, okay. Then I don't know.
I don't know. I have no problem with it. FBI.
Wait, you have wait.
What?
You have no problem with parents paying. Okay, so what if your kid who has the merit, worked her butt off, should be making it into this school, but doesn't because celebrity A over here paid a certain amount of money to get her kid in there. Now your kid doesn't get to go.
I would say go to UCLA. Seriously, what do I care? I mean, honestly, go to UCLA. Then there's 1,000 schools out there. Well, who cares?
I don't know. I think
it's just college.
It's just college.
It is. It's just college.
What school was it? I can't remember. What school was it?
It was USC. Was the main one that I heard about.
No.
Let me ask you another question. This is a story that's been in the news a little bit over the last couple of years, but there was a lawsuit filed about this here, I think even today. And it is confusing. So we all know Orlando International Airport, right?
Oh, yeah.
MCO or OIA.
I remember that place.
Yeah, depending on. Yeah, no, you don't go there anymore because Brandon's afraid to fly.
Back when I went there, it was OIC, I think.
But we have a lot of
OIA.
tourists that come to Orlando, obviously, to go to Disney World and all the other crap that we don't go to because we live here. Yeah. Well, I can't say that. I know you do, but I don't. But there's also a little airport east of here that also has Orlando in its name, and it's the Melbourne International Airport. It calls itself the Melbourne Orlando International Airport, and there's a lawsuit filed today to attempt to remove Orlando from the airport's name in Melbourne. Now, you go a little bit north of Orlando as well. There's an airport, SFB, up in Sanford called Sanford Orlando International Airport. So here's what happens. We get these, Europeans get off the plane up in Sanford, and they're like, wow, Orlando's really small.
Yeah.
And I didn't know Disney was an hour and a half away from the airport because they don't know where they are. They think that they're in Orlando.
Yeah.
Or you get these tourists flying to Melbourne. They're like, wow, Orlando's closer to the ocean than I thought. I heard it was inland. Like, yeah, you're not in Orlando, pal. You're in Melbourne.
So who's suing?
The Orlando International Airport, or those people are suing to remove Orlando from their name because it is a little bit confusing.
Yeah, I mean, but
what do you think?
Oh, sure, it's a little bit confusing, but it says the word Sanford. You'd think a common sense, reasonable person would think in their head, what does Sanford mean? And I know there's a Dallas-Fort Worth airport.
Yeah.
And I don't know if there's a Dallas airport as well.
Yeah,
but it's kind of like
Field, but those
right.
are both in Dallas essentially.
Yeah, but Sanford's
these
not.
are like different cities. Sanford is arguable.
Sanford is not Miami. Okay, you're not like 4 hours away from Orlando. You're in Sanford. You're what 10 miles north of Orlando or something like that. And Melbourne, same difference. You're just on the East Coast.
That's a fairly good argument, but Melbourne is like solid hour 15.
That I agree with. Well,
but Sanford's a solid hour 15 probably as well.
Not from Orlando. No,
from
way.
Orlando International.
Oh, yeah, from that airport, sure, but not from Orlando itself.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know what is the requisite distance. It's almost like if you were to sell your business and you're gonna have to file or sign some non-compete. You can't work within a certain radius. What's the radius that you shouldn't be using that city in the name of your airport?
Well, what's the purpose of it to begin with? To drive-in to confuse people?
Yeah, the purpose is to confuse people.
I mean, what could possibly be the purpose?
So when someone goes to Expedia and they're sitting in like London or something, they're not going to know the difference of Orlando, Melbourne versus Orlando International. They don't know. It's to confuse people.
It's probably like it's probably more expensive to fly into Orlando Airport itself. So when they put Sanford Orlando,
I don't know if I agree with that.
I mean, if you're trying to go to Orlando and you say, wait a second, flying to Orlando itself is a little bit pricey or overbooked or whatever. Hey, I could just fly to this place, Sanford, which is actually pretty close to Orlando. I mean, that's probably the angle that they're trying to get at. I don't think it's too confused.
I think it is to confuse people. What do you think? Let us know at Behind the Law Radio. My name is Justin Clark. He's Brandon Stewart. Allie Mack, Brianna will all be back next week. We'll be kind of back to normal. I know a lot of you are on spring break or watching the NCAA tournament, whatever you're doing. Hope that your spring is going magnificently. Is it spring yet or no?
I think today's the first official day.
Is it really?
I was at a grocery store yesterday and had like the big calendar chart and it literally said today is spring break. Or sorry, spring day.
Good job. One more segment ahead. Stick around. It's Behind the Law, ESPN 580 Orlando.
Now back to Behind the Law with Justin Clark, right here on ESPN 580 Orlando.
Oh, Careless Whisper.
What is his name? That tune, pal?
I wish you had that game.
Every single song that comes on, you're like,
that'd be more fun.
No.
That'd be more fun than Stump the Clarky.
That is, and hey, how dare you? We skipped Stump the Clarky today because it's just Brandon
us,
I mean, we can pull out the questions.
But Justin knows he would get owned if we did Stump the Clarky.
I am a little afraid to play Stump the Clarky against you for some reason. Brandon Stewart's here, Justin Clark here as well. Hope you're having a fantastic evening. Thanks for listening ESPN 580 Orlando. You can also listen or watch the show at Behind the Law Radio on Facebook, Instagram. Watch the TV show Sunday mornings, TV 27 at 10 o'clock a.m. It's really a great time of year here in Orlando. I'll tell you why.
Weather.
The weather is not super hot, but the time has changed. We've sprung forward, so to speak, so it stays daylight longer, not raining at 3 o'clock every day, and just not super hot. I think it's really... This whole like March, April, even like into May a little bit, best time of year. What do you think? I mean, you're like a lifelong resident.
Yeah, I mean, 10 months out of the year, it's pretty hot here. But yeah, no, I definitely love springtime. It's fun. My birthday is in spring, so I mean, I've always enjoyed spring.
When is your birthday?
April 13th. It's coming up, actually. 3 weeks.
I could have sworn she left Stump the Clarky questions. I was just looking for them to see if we...
Just do it for the heck of it?
Yeah, I was going to see... I don't see... Aha!
Oh, there we go.
Aha!
All right.
You want to do them?
Ask them.
Well, we're not... Okay, I'll just do them. I'll ask you the questions.
Yeah, ask me
How
the
was
questions.
that? You
I'm
ready?
going to nail it.
All right. We weren't gonna play Stump the Clarky today, but I don't see why we wouldn't, right?
I just want to hear...
I just want to see if you're really as smart as you're acting like you are.
I just want to hear Fulty's voice, please.
All right, and now it's time for Stop the Clarky. Come on, Clarky. We need you to get over here. We got some great trivia questions we want you to answer. Come on, Clarky. Get over here.
You ready?
Yeah.
I think these were meant for maybe when Pat Williams was here. I'm not sure.
Oh, you didn't do it with Pat?
No. I mean, it was just me and Pat Williams. Think I'm going to play this stupid Stump the Clarky game with him?
Maybe.
He's like the mayor of Orlando, essentially.
Yeah.
He was only the general manager of Dr. J. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He won NBA championships with Julius Erving. I'm going to play Stump the Clarky.
Maybe.
I felt dumb. But anyway, I don't want to play this dumb game with Pat Williams.
Speaking of magic.
All right, let's talk about this. Question number 1 on Stump the Clarky was supposed to be, how many miles away is Orlando from Denver?
Oh.
What do you think, Brandon Stewart? Give me your answer. Orlando from Denver as the crow flies, so to speak.
Ooh, I want it somewhere between 1,000 and 2,000.
Well, you got to give me a number, pal.
1,237 miles away.
I got the answers right here. What do you guys think, too? Play along with us at Behind the Law Radio. Give me your answers as well. What was it?
237 miles away.
37 miles away. Question number 2 for Stump the Clarky, a March Madness edition. What year did California first pass a proposition to legalize marijuana for medicinal purposes?
Ooh. Man.
Proposition California for legalization of marijuana. What do you think? Do you have any call in Snoop Dogg on this?
Yeah, really. Hell no. So let's see. It was recreationally passed recently. So medicinally, I want to say, oh man, I want to say it's either the 90s or the early 2000s. 2002.
2002. Question number 3. As of 2018, what was the total recreational and medical marijuana sales in Colorado?
I'm sorry, this is the March Madness edition?
I guess it's or
the Reefer Madness edition.
I guess it's the Reefer Madness edition of Stump the Clarky.
What was the question again?
As of 2018, Brandon Stewart, what was the total recreational and medical marijuana sales in Colorado?
Oh, it's in the billions.
In 2018.
It's got to be in the billions.
I would agree.
I'll say 3.5 billion.
3.5 billion. Play along with us if you would. Stump the Clarky. Go to Behind the Law Radio. All right, question number 4. Final question for Stump the Clarky.
There we go.
Denver International Airport opened 16. Obviously, this has something to do with marijuana in Denver.
Marijuana in
I have no
Colorado.
idea who the guest was supposed to be this day,
Yeah,
but
I guess so.
you would think Brianna is
Snoop Dogg.
skipping the show to be in Ecuador. I honestly don't know where she is. I think it's like Ecuador or something, doing like mission work.
Did you book Willie Nelson for the show?
Okay. Question 4. Denver International Airport opened 16 months behind schedule, but how much over budget was the construction?
God. Oh, God. Would it be in the millions? Would that even make sense?
I don't know.
Ugh.
Look, man, we're just
how
playing
much
this
over
game.
budget? Oh, God, you'd hate to say millions because that'd be insane. 1.2 million.
1.2
Probably in
million
the thousands.
over
Probably
budget.
100,000.
All right, I mean, decent answers, I would
I
say.
mean, the airport's huge. You think that involve a lot of construction,
Yeah,
right?
I guess so. I don't know. I should have made you write on the board like I normally do.
Well, it's too much writing on this one already.
Let's score this game. It is Behind the Law, ESPN 580 Orlando. Attorney Justin Clark, attorney Brandon Stewart. The only thing worse than dealing with one lawyer is dealing with two lawyers at the same time. But anyway, you got us right here. All right, question number 1 today, Brandon, was how many miles away as the crow flies is Orlando from Denver? Brandon Stewart said 1,237 237 miles. The correct answer, 1,839 miles. You're about 600 miles off. That's not too
I was going to
bad.
say 1,700.
I think you would have won if we were here. We'll give you that one for the day. Question number 2. What year did California first pass a proposition to legalize marijuana for medicinal purposes? Brandon Stewart went with the 2000s.
It's probably 90s.
2002. Snoop Dogg says 1996.
Oh, I was so close.
It-
6 years. 6
Yeah,
years
that's
off.
not really that close. You're
6
not even in the
years?
right millennium.
I'm 6. Oh yeah, that one's 1990. That one's 2000. I'm 6
I'm just
years
saying,
off.
it seems like it's a long way. It's different numbers at the beginning.
Oh, I knew it was 1990s. What year was it? 1990. What?
1996. I was a junior in high school at the time. You were probably like in diapers.
I was 8.
You were 8.
That was 6 years off. Come on now. I think I would have gotten that.
Oh, you're 8. It's rare I feel old because I'm normally like the youngest dude
young
wherever
one.
I am.
Hey.
I mean, I'm 39 years old, but you're making me feel
Yeah, how do you
old
think
right
I
now.
feel when I go to court? Okay, it's me and a bunch of older attorneys.
Yeah. You're listening to Behind the Law, ESPN 580 Orlando, playing Stump the Clarkie with attorney Brandon Stewart. Question number 3. As of 2018, what was the total recreational and medical marijuana sales in Colorado? You said 3.5 billion with a B dollars. The correct answer was $7.51 billion.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
Hey, I was 4 off.
We'll give Colorado a ding right there.
Wow.
You were $4 billion off,
I
which
mean-
isn't great, but at least you didn't say millions at least,
Yeah, I mean, come on.
which I don't think most people would.
Wow, that's a lot of money.
Question number 4, and I can tell you even before I read the answer, this is probably your worst answer of the
Oh,
day.
it is thousands.
Denver International Airport opened 16 months behind schedule, but how much over budget was the construction? Have you been to Denver International Airport before?
Actually have, yeah.
Yeah, it's a great airport. It has like it looks like the tents on top type
Yeah.
of thing. And their trash cans before you go through TSA are just full of marijuana type
products,
stuff. Absolutely. You know, almost like here, the trash cans are full of lighters or whatever.
Yeah.
There, it's full of anything medical or marijuana related,
Nice.
like gummy bears.
Like one last toke before I get on the plane.
Yeah. The correct answer was Brandon Stewart said 1.2 million. That would have been a really close. They would have been like really close to the budget at 1.2 million. That's not very over.
Oh, okay.
The correct answer was whopping $2 billion.
Oh.
$2 billion with a B dollars. I mean, that's way over budget.
Okay.
Clarky, where did you get that answer from?
It was Stewart,
All right,
right?
Fulte.
Fulte album. That's
Come on,
Brandon
Fulte.
Stewart. There you go.
Ooh, better luck next time.
That's
All right,
right.
Fulte.
But thank you for playing Brandon Stewart.
Okay, folks, thank you so much for being with us. Clarky, let's get out of here, buddy. My stomach thinks my throat's cut. I'm starving.
Yeah.
I mean, you were all right. It wasn't.
Hey,
your
I was pretty
best
close.
day.
I think I would have won if Ali Mack was here, honestly.
You mean you would have beaten Ali Mack?
I would
is
have
what
beat
you're
you
trying
too.
to say?
I would have beat you too.
There's no way. I don't know. I think I would have probably had you today. All right, so March Madness is here. Where will you be watching the games, Brandon Stewart, typically?
Home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a nice TV. I like watching sports on.
So did I tell you, and I've told this audience before about this Mad Crab place.
Oh, yeah.
So there's this place called the Mad Crab. It's in Maitland on, what's that road?
Kennedy.
It is it's a shack. I mean, it really is a tiny little, it's a hole in the wall. It's this very small little place,
It's a
right?
it's a dive.
It's a dive. So my office here, we order it all the time. Thursday,
tomorrow, actually, yeah,
Thursday or
Thursday.
Fridays typically, right?
Yep, that's right.
These wings are to die for.
Yeah, I
but
don't know what they put in them.
During basketball the other day, Sunday, I was like, and this place doesn't open till noon, right? They do whatever they want. It doesn't matter. They open for lunch at noon. You know, most places would open 11:30.
Yeah.
No, they won't even take your call till 12.
Yeah, I think it's 12:30 actually.
Yeah, 12:30.
Yeah.
And so we have to kind of like beg them, please, can we get some wings today? And they're so good and they sell out so quickly. But Brandon, I didn't tell you this yet. I went there on Sunday, Sophia and I,
Wow.
and we ordered the whole smorgasbord, like the crab legs, the shrimp, in the big aluminum tray thing,
Yeah.
and the wings. I mean, these crab legs are to die
Were they?
for there.
Oh, I
Oh,
wanna
have we
try
ever had
those.
crab legs there? We got to order the
We
crab
wanted
legs
to,
here.
but there was an issue, a financial issue.
You guys said I was too cheap to pay for
I
the
wasn't
crab
me.
legs.
I wasn't me.
I think Ali said
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So ladies and gentlemen, I was doing a big luncheon for my office the other day, and I was like, order mad crab for everybody.
Yeah.
And I said crab legs too, but they thought I would get mad when I saw the bill with crab legs.
Yeah.
So they just ordered the shrimp.
Yeah.
I think that's how it went
The shrimp
down.
and the wings, and we're all like, well, we wanted the crab. I mean, come on. It's called the Mad Crab. You know, it's got to be some good crab, you would think.
But, they were so good. I highly recommend. I'm not paid for this. It's not a sponsorship opportunity whatsoever. Go to the Mad Crab on Kennedy. It'll change your life, I think.
Yeah, careful how hot you order those wings, because we were all sweating the other day eating those wings.
I went with a medium actually the other day, and that's a little better.
Yeah.
Do you guys order them extra crispy? Because they weren't as crispy as they normally are in the office.
I've never placed the order myself. I just eat them.
I would say order them extra crispy if I were you.
I just show up and eat them.
One more time, March Madness. Your prediction: who's going to win? Who's going to play in the championship game, Brandon Stewart?
FSU, obviously.
Versus?
It's going to be Florida State, and I don't know if Florida State could play Duke. I don't know. It'd be Florida State versus whoever. Doesn't
You're
matter.
just playing Homer right now.
Yeah,
huh?
I think FSU made it to Elite 8 last year. They did,
Really?
actually. Oh, yeah, they absolutely did. And I forgot how they lost to. But they did make it to Elite 8.
If you're going FSU, I'm going with the University of
Tennessee
Volunteers. But in all reality,
Yeah, Duke.
Duke's
Let's
going
just
to
be
win
real
this
here.
thing, and,
I mean-
unless they just play a terrible, sloppy game and get hit with a team that just gets really hot from three.
I think a shoe would have to blow out again on somebody, and
There you go.
then maybe they won't make it.
Thank you so much. Join us here every weeknight, 8 o'clock p.m. on ESPN 580 Orlando. Follow us at Behind the Law Radio and watch the TV show. Sunday mornings, 10 a.m. TV 27 is Behind the Law on TV. For attorney Brandon Stewart, my name is Justin Clark. Brandon, I don't know much, but I do know one little thing. I will see you
Am I
right
supposed to say
back.
something there? Oh, okay.
I will see you right back here tomorrow night on ESPN 580 Orlando.
Got it. Do they normally say something when you do that?
I don't know.
I was supposed to say, what do you not know, or something stupid like that. That was fun.
Thanks for watching, guys. I know it was a dumb show. We were just having fun.
Oh, they can still hear us?
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Good job, Brandon. All right, we're out of here.